Chosen one, breathe in deeply and tune in. Because if these words have crossed your path right now, understand clearly that it is not an accident, but a divine pull guiding you into a moment your soul has been preparing for. A moment when a rare inner surge begins awakening something ancient within you. Something that separates the spiritually asleep from the spiritually chosen. And while most people will rush through their day unaware of the subtle shift happening inside the energetic field around them, blind to intuition and numb to guidance, you were drawn here because your spirit is ready to rise, and a life-altering sign is preparing to reveal itself in a way that will quietly but powerfully redirect the course of your destiny. A sign so intentionally placed, so perfectly aligned, that once it appears, your inner world will begin rearranging itself piece by piece, bringing clarity to everything that once felt confusing, heavy, or stagnant. Because the universe is not just giving you information right now, it is activating a deeper part of your consciousness, the part that remembers its purpose, its strength, and its path. So do not scroll away or look elsewhere, because the shift your soul has been waiting for is hidden inside the final moments of this message. And if you truly are one of the chosen, you will feel it resonate through your chest, your intuition, your breath, your awareness, almost like a quiet click inside your spirit that says something is changing, something is realigning, something is beginning. This energetic opening is not loud or dramatic. It arrives subtly, like a soft truth settling into your bones, showing you that your emotions are reorganizing, your mind is becoming clearer, your reactions are slowing down, and the things that once triggered you no longer hook into your energy the same way. And while most people misinterpret this shift as tiredness, moodiness, or stress, the chosen ones recognize it instantly, not as weakness, but as awakening. Because the most powerful sign of transformation is when your soul stops negotiating with anything that steals your peace, drains your energy, limits your growth, or pulls you out of alignment. In one silent moment, the attachment breaks, the emotional grip dissolves, the desire to fix or explain disappears, and something within you simply says, without words, this no longer matches who I am becoming. And that single inner knowing is the doorway into your next timeline, the moment where relationships that once held power over you lose their influence. Habits that once controlled you fall away naturally. Environments that once felt familiar suddenly feel too small for your spirit, and your intuition starts speaking with a clarity you haven't felt in a long time, guiding you away from the old and pulling you toward a future that has been waiting for you to catch up. You may feel a lightness in your chest, a warmth in your heart space, a sudden emotional release, an unexpected wave of motivation, or a deep sense of detachment that feels peaceful instead of painful. And this is not an ending, but a shedding, not confusion, but realignment, not withdrawal, but evolution. Because when the soul steps forward, the ego steps aside, and the universe begins rearranging your path based on who you are becoming, not who you used to be. This shift does not require immediate action or grand decisions. It only invites you to recognize what your spirit is revealing, because once the old energy dissolves within you, the new energy begins forming around you, aligning opportunities, clearing obstacles, redirecting connections, and moving long-awaited blessings into position. And even if nothing has changed physically yet, you can feel the inner tremor, like the quiet rumble before a storm, the vibration before the breakthrough, the knowing before the manifestation. Because destiny always begins within you before it becomes visible around you. And the moment you sense this clarity, this detachment, this intuitive awakening, understand that you are not imagining it. You are not overthinking it. You are not misreading it. You are stepping into a higher frequency where your spirit finally matches the life you were always meant to live. And what comes next will not be forced or chased. It will unfold naturally as your alignment expands, your awareness sharpens, your intuition strengthens, and your destiny rises to meet you. This is the moment your spiritual frequency rises beyond everything you once carried, the moment your higher self steps forward with full clarity, the moment your path begins reorganizing itself in real time. Even if nothing appears different on the surface, everything is shifting beneath it as people who cannot grow with you fade out. Opportunities designed for your elevation start forming. Insights and breakthroughs rise in your awareness. Synchronicities multiply, and your timeline begins bending in your favor, because this is not imagination, but pure spiritual alignment. It's not the world outside that decides your destiny, but the transformation happening inside you. The shift so deep, your future must adjust to match it, because the new frequency is already active, the new timeline is already taking shape, and the new chapter of your life is unfolding even now as the universe rearranges everything around you by first rearranging what lives within you. Once your soul says no more to the old, the universe immediately responds with yes to the new, because rejecting what no longer aligns with your path is not a small emotional moment, but a cosmic signal that triggers a ripple across your entire timeline, touching your past, your present, and especially your future. This single shift carries massive power because it is not simply a feeling, but your energy recalibrating to match the life you were always meant to live. And when this adjustment locks in, here's what transforms next. Your path clears as complications dissolve, and situations that were once confusing suddenly become obvious. You stop debating what your intuition already knows. Stop fighting battles that aren't yours. Stop clinging to people meant only for a previous chapter. Stop forcing outcomes that drain your spirit, and you begin moving through life with a new certainty. Even without full answers, decisions become easier because your soul is speaking louder than your doubts. Your energy flows forward in one clear direction, and for the first time in a long time, you feel momentum. This clarity is the first confirmation that your destiny is shifting. Next, opportunities begin moving toward you because releasing misaligned people and habits creates a spiritual opening. The universe instantly fills, bringing new connections, ideas, invitations, financial improvements, and chances to rise. And suddenly, where you once felt unseen, you now feel recognized. Where you once chased, you now attract, because aligned energy naturally moves toward you, while misaligned energy naturally falls away. You no longer force, hustle, or prove anything. Your presence becomes magnetic, and the more you embrace this evolution, the faster alignment arrives. Then, your identity begins updating itself in one of the most powerful parts of this awakening. As your inner knowing strengthens, your intuition sharpens, your purpose becomes clearer, and your boundaries become non-negotiable. The version of you who tolerated too much or doubted too often simply cannot exist at this frequency and dissolves without struggle, revealing the truest form of who you are beneath old conditioning and fear. Lighter, stronger, and more aligned with the destiny waiting for you. Finally, your timeline accelerates, and this is where the magic becomes undeniable. As breakthroughs unfold rapidly, the right people appear at perfect timing. Meaningful conversations happen effortlessly. Synchronicities intensify. Signs and symbols show up constantly, and everything begins snapping into place as though the universe had simply been waiting for you to take this one energetic step. Because you have stepped out of stagnation and into movement, out of resistance and into alignment. And now your path reshapes itself with clarity, grace, and unstoppable momentum. Where there was once delay, movement now begins. Where doubt used to linger, clarity now stands firm. This next shift, your soul agreements are coming alive. This part of your journey is sacred. The universe never sends aligned people or destiny connections into your space until your spirit reaches the vibration that can hold them. But the moment your inner frequency elevates, your soul contracts awaken. These contracts are the promises your spirit made long before you were born. Guides who teach you, partners who support your growth, friends who activate your inner gifts, opportunities that fit your purpose, and experiences crafted to expand your awareness. A powerful inner shift acts as the trigger that unlocks these connections. You begin meeting people who feel strangely familiar. Opportunities appear at the exact moment you're ready. Messages show up that feel written directly for you. This is the moment you stop living from the wounds of your past and start living from the purpose of your soul. This is the moment your higher self becomes louder than fear. This is the moment your destiny starts moving towards you with speed. The old timeline breaks apart. The new timeline forms. Silently, swiftly, beautifully. By the time you realize what has shifted, you're already stepping into a future that always belonged to you. The sign appears on its own, but anchoring this shift into your reality is your responsibility. The universe can open the door, but only you can walk through it. This is not just a spiritual awakening. This is an activation, and energetic upgrades can only integrate when you create space for them. Ignore the shift, and it fades. Honor it, and your entire destiny begins to move in ways you never imagined. Just breathe. This is the most important step because stillness is the bridge between your physical self and your spiritual expansion. When you sit quietly, no noise, no distractions, your energy field stabilizes. You allow the new frequency entering your life to settle into your system. Stillness is where integration happens. Stillness is where clarity arrives. Stillness is where divine messages find room to land. You're not being asked to meditate for an hour. You're simply being asked to pause long enough for your soul to speak. Those 2 minutes will anchor the shift more powerfully than anything else you do today. Today, the universe will highlight people whose presence no longer matches your new vibration. Someone may talk to you or message you, and immediately you feel heavy. Don't question it. Don't argue. Don't justify. Just observe. When someone drains you at a moment of spiritual upgrade, it isn't random. It's revelation. You're being shown the connections, attachments, and energetic cords that must be released for your next chapter. This isn't judgment. It's alignment. Awareness is your first step toward freedom. Your intuition is louder right now than ever. If something feels wrong, believe it. If something feels aligned, trust it. You're not imagining things. You're not overreacting. You are awakening. Your intuition isn't whispering today. It's guiding. Don't analyze it. Follow it. Ignoring it delays what the universe is trying to bring into your life. Your intuition is not a suggestion right now. It is direction. You may feel an unexpected urge to organize something, start something, stop something, rearrange your space, message someone, walk away, or take immediate action on an idea. These impulses are not random. They are energetic instructions from your higher self. When your soul starts shifting into a new timeline, your body reacts with subtle instincts. If you ignore these impulses, the momentum slows. If you follow them, it accelerates. Even the smallest action, cleaning a drawer, Deleting old photos, writing down an idea, anchors the shift. Every act of alignment strengthens your new frequency. This step is transformative. Choose one emotion: resentment, fear, guilt, comparison, shame, jealousy, doubt, and release it intentionally. You don't need a ritual. You don't need a long process. You only need intention. When you drop even one emotional burden, you create space for a blessing that has been trying to reach you. The universe cannot fill a vessel overflowing with old energy. Releasing is not losing. Releasing is preparing. One emotional release opens the door for everything waiting to enter. You're not just receiving a blessing, you're becoming one. Your energy becomes the magnet for miracles, opportunities, and divine encounters. And when you declare readiness, your entire life begins to reorganize around that truth. This is not an ending. This is ignition. The moment your life begins aligning with the version of you that has been waiting beneath the surface. Chosen one, this isn't about predicting your destiny. It's about syncing with it. The sign you received was not random. It was a cosmic confirmation whispering, you are ready. Ready to release what has served its purpose. Ready to stop carrying energies that don't belong to you. Ready to rise into the self you were always meant to become. You have already felt the shift through clarity, calm, detachment, or inner knowing. That feeling is your new beginning. After this video, pause. Let silence soften the world around you. Place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm, steady, alive, aligned. Destiny isn't something you stumble into. It's something you activate. Fate doesn't decide your life. Your frequency does. Your life won't transform by luck or chance. It will transform because you transformed, because you became the vibration of what you've been asking for, because you stopped living in fear and started living in alignment. Right now, the universe isn't watching you. It's celebrating you. A doorway has opened. A path has cleared. A chapter has begun. Your miracle is already forming. Your destiny is already moving. And this inner shift, this sign, was the beginning of everything that's coming. There comes a moment in your journey when the very atmosphere around you begins to change. A moment when the delays that once held you back quietly dissolve, and the path in front of you finally begins to move. A moment when the doubt that used to cloud your mind fades, replaced by a deep inner knowing that feels both ancient and brand new at the same time. This is the moment when your spiritual frequency rises high enough for your soul agreements to activate. Your soul did not enter this world empty-handed. It arrived with intentions, connections, and divine contracts written into your energy long before your first breath. These contracts include mentors who appear at the perfect moment, people whose presence awakens your hidden gifts, relationships that support your transformation, opportunities that match the vibration of your purpose, and experiences designed to stretch your awareness into higher dimensions. Those connections don't arrive when you want them. They arrive when you're ready for them. And when your internal shift happens, everything that was once distant begins to make its way toward you with precision. You start meeting people who feel familiar, even though you've never seen them before. You find yourself receiving messages that speak directly to the truth inside you. You experience moments of recognition that feel bigger than coincidence. Your life begins aligning not because you forced it, but because your energy finally became the match for what you've been asking for. This inner transformation works like a signal. When you rise, your world adjusts. When you heal, your path clears. When you shift, everything connected to your destiny starts shifting with you. Suddenly, the patterns that once repeated themselves fall away. The old version of you begins to dissolve. A new timeline starts forming, quietly, powerfully, beautifully, and without even realizing it, you begin walking into a future you've felt but never fully seen. But alignment isn't passive. It's a partnership between you and the universe. The universe opens the door, but you must walk through it. The universe sends the sign, but you must anchor the shift. You are not just a receiver of destiny, you are an activator of it. To ground this new energy into your life, the universe meets you halfway. It requires your presence, your awareness, your willingness. And this shift asks for 5 powerful actions that anchor your new frequency. First, give yourself 2 minutes of complete stillness. It may sound simple, but stillness is a spiritual technology. It stabilizes your energy, clears internal noise, and makes space for higher guidance to enter. In those silent moments, your soul aligns with clarity. Your intuition becomes louder, and messages from your higher self can finally reach you. 2 minutes of stillness anchors more transformation than hours of effort. Second, pay attention to who drains your energy. During spiritual elevation, certain people will suddenly feel heavy, distant, or out of alignment. Don't fight the feeling. Don't rationalize it. Your energy is telling you the truth. These moments of heaviness are revelations showing you which connections can no longer walk with you into your next chapter. Letting go is not cruelty, it is clarity. Third, trust your intuition instantly and unapologetically. When your spirit ascends, your inner guidance becomes laser sharp. If something feels off, it is. If something feels aligned, follow it. Your intuition is not emotional. It is energetic. It is tuned into timelines your mind cannot yet see. Ignoring it slows your path. Honoring it accelerates everything meant for you. Fourth, follow the sudden impulses that rise within you. These are not random urges. They are instructions from your higher self guiding you into alignment. Whether you feel the urge to clean, reorganize, start something, stop something, speak up, walk away, or act on an idea, do it. Every small step you take in the direction of your instinct strengthens your new frequency and opens space for fresh energy to enter. Fifth, release one emotional weight before you rest tonight. Choose one thing, an old resentment, an insecurity, a fear, a guilt, a memory, and let it go with intention. You don't need rituals, you don't need candles, you only need willingness. Say quietly, I'm not carrying this anymore. By releasing even one emotional burden, you create room for blessings that have been waiting for space in your life. These actions matter because you are not just receiving a transformation. You are becoming the transformation. Your energy becomes the magnet for what you desire. Your vibration becomes the invitation for miracles. Your alignment becomes the signal that pulls your destiny closer. This shift isn't about predicting what your future will be. It's about preparing yourself to meet it. Something inside you already knows you are ready. You have felt it through moments of peace, stillness, detachment, clarity, or a deep sense that something is changing. That feeling is your soul saying, it's time. When you sit in silence after this message, place your hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm, steady, alive, rising. Whisper to yourself, I choose my new timeline. Because destiny is not something you stumble into. Destiny is something you activate by becoming the version of yourself who is ready to receive it. Chosen one, welcome to the life that was always meant for you.